Hi everybody, Sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyazibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda-ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it is your first time joining me kule channel, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi. Also, those who want to support the channel, there is a thanks button, there is a join button for those who want to join the membership, and also you guys please watch adverts on this video. So we are going to do the full review later on today, where we talk about every single thing that happened on this episode, what we feel about it, what our thoughts are. But on this video, I want to talk about Nonku and her man. Okay, so in this episode, they were finishing up shooting at the party. Nonku celibacy party. It's a nice party. She's looking nice. Of course, Sorisha has left, and they had doves there that they had to release, I guess, because she's going to. Has she broken her celibacy already? I guess because her man is there. Okay. So, of course, you guys, a lot of us are still not sure about Nonku's man, okay? But we don't have to be sure about Nonku's man. Nonku has to be sure about her man, and it looks and sounds like she is sure about that man, okay? So, uDumsani Ndlanzi, you guys, please go and watch a video that Umam Gopozi did yesterday about Ntando Ndlanzi, because people have been talking online saying that he does have a past and it's not a good past, okay? And I assumed that what they are talking about is in terms of relationships, because there had been a woman that had come out that she was dating her while he was dating her while he was dating Nonku. So I just thought that people are referring to that. It's more than that, you guys. uDumsane looking like ngathi nje isigebengu kodwa esinemali. But I just feel like, I don't want to judge him based on that, but he gives me the creeps when I look at him. But on that video that Mam Kopozi posted, she does talk about her past in terms of criminal activities. Okay, apparently he is an ex-convict, and he was allegedly arrested and spent some time in prison for sexual assault. Okay, so please watch that video, because she does give ama details of Mkopozi on what happened with that case. Okay, so now after watching that video, I was like, okay, I guess us having this feeling about this guy is valid. It's kind of valid, because he does something is off. Also, how fast he seems to be moving things with their relationship, I feel like Nonku has to be very careful. Of course, guys, people change, but there are crimes. For an example, there are crimes that you can forgive. Like if somebody comes and says, listen, I was once arrested because I didn't pay, traffic tickets or something. You're like, oh, okay, and, maybe once when I was young, we got drunk and this happened and I got arrested. But, like the crime of a sexual assault, it's another thing, especially if you want to bring a person to be around your kids, it's another thing. So I don't know how Nonku is going to manage that situation if it is true that this guy was previously arrested and spent time in prison for that crime. I don't know how she's going to be able to trust this man around her daughter. Okay. Also on this episode, she does talk about the fact that she's ready to introduce him to her kids, and for her to be introduced to his kids. She does even introduce him to her mother, who seems to be very happy. Sometimes I think our mothers reach a point and an age where they are like, listen, let's just let them make the mistakes that they want to make. They don't stress about us getting into a relationship. So if you bring a man around and you are old enough, they'll be like, okay, they just accept him. So I don't think that the queen really is looking into it. She's just thinking Nonku is happy, so let me be happy for her. So one of the funny things that Nonku says when they were sitting down with the girls talking, she talks about the fact that she bought him ama-under. She said she bought him underwear. I'm like, girl, no cool. Even if you bought the underwear, so why are you telling these ladies that you bought your men underwear? But then I thought about it. I was like, if 2 months into a relationship, you are feeling like you need to buy a guy underwear, that means that the underwear that they had was really, really looking bad. You just couldn't take it. You had to buy new underwear. Now, it's not making sense that a guy who just bought you a whole car needs you to buy him underwear. It's not making sense at all. Something is not adding up. I'm like 1 plus 1 pumu 12, you know? I'm like, where did the 10 come from? It's just not adding up, you know? This is the guy that is always on these, wearing these expensive brands and all of that. How did he forget to buy himself nice underwear? Because honestly, I don't think that any woman wants to buy a man an underwear unless they feel like this man needs new underwear, and I cannot take the fact that the underwear is looking really bad. So for me, it's like the red flags got redder with the underwear thing, because people have been saying online that there are possibilities that Nonku actually bought herself that car and it's not him that bought it. Now the fact that, you know, because Nonku is not somebody that really likes to lie, she's not good with lying. She usually just tells the truth, and I feel like with her telling that underwear story, she's actually telling on herself. And before the season is over, we're actually gonna know who actually bought the car. Guys, it might be something small, but I feel like for me, the flags this time with this guy did get redder. Instead of me being relieved and be like, no, this guy is a good guy, it made me feel like, this guy, something is just off about him. But I want to hear what you guys think about it. You know, did it not make your red flags? Because I know there were some people in the comment sections the last time I spoke about this guy that said that their flags were also red. Did they not get redder for you? Because I just felt like, why, you know? Why did he not have his own underwear? Even Usli was like, Nonku, what happened to the underwear that he had before he met you? Now now he needs to buy you my underwear. Anyway, you guys. Anyway, we'll get to hear about it at the reunion if the host is good, because they need to ask those questions. So why did you feel the need 2 months into a relationship with a very rich guy to buy him underwear? Okay. Now, towards the end of this episode, they do show us the preview where Nonku, I think they are seeing somebody like a counselor or something, and I'm like, hi, already going to counseling 2 months into a relationship. They've only been together 2 months, you guys. So, and Onoko is talking about how she feels like this guy is very dominant, and also is one of those people that feel like a woman has to be submissive, a woman has to be under a man. And Onoko is not that. Onoko is an independent person, independent businesswoman. She takes care of herself, and also says that she just needs time because this guy is on her all the time. Guys, the events where the other guys are not there, this guy is there. You know, this guy is getting diary sessions. I feel like he wants to, if it was for him, he would shoot every scene with Nonku. So I guess next week he's gonna be showing up for the counseling session or whatever it is that Nonku has arranged for them, because she really feels like this guy is too much around. She just needs time by herself. One thing that was interesting though, even though if friendship here and Usli is not going well, Usli had really good advice for Nonku, because she was like, obviously the ladies were thinking it was Usli, no Mbali, when they were talking about the underwear thing, okay? And then she was talking about how she wants to introduce him to her kids, okay? So Umbali was like, you know what, just wait a little bit. You know, I would say wait too. Even if you continue with the relationship, it's okay, but 2 months, if you're going to introduce somebody to your kids, is too early. Because Umbali is like, so what happens if the relationship doesn't work out? Now he goes, now there's another one, now you introduce them, you know, which was a valid point. And then Usli makes a point to say, listen, if you are going to introduce somebody to your kids and they to your kids, and you intend for them to be a long term in your life, obviously there's going to be times where they're going to spend time with your kids alone, and in those times they will have to discipline your kids. So if you've only been with a person for 2 months, you don't know how they are with the kids. You haven't seen them alone with their own kids. You haven't seen how they discipline their own kids. So how are you making a judgment right now to say this is the right person to spend time with my kids, if you haven't seen him spend time with his kids and see how he is with his kids? Of course, you guys, Nonku is in love. She didn't listen to any of that because she's still going to introduce her kids to this man, you know. And I'm guessing, you guys, since she posts so much about this man online already, and I mean her kids, especially her firstborn, is grown. She is on Instagram. It would be hard to post about a man so much when your kids don't know about him. So I am guessing that Nonku did end up introducing this man to her kids, which is scary to think about, you know. I'm hoping against all hopes that that criminal record is really fabricated, because honestly, you guys, how do you as a woman introduce a man that has that past to your girl child? I don't even know, you guys. I don't even know. But anyway, Nonku is in love. She feels like she's found Mr. Perfect and moving on with her life, and she's listening to nobody. Okay? Nobody. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.